talk on iHeartRadio. Informative, discovery, conversation.
This is the 80s Show on iHeartRadio. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Say ho, ho. Say ho, whoa, ho, whoa. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show.
So it is, of course, a Monday. Mondays for all the traditional Monday reasons. Suck big, swinging, hairy, distended animal body parts that I can't mention by name on the air and remain employed. And to get through it, I find, well, if you're ever in any kind of pain, or if you're ever suffering or just feeling low or blue or down, or you know what can really help? Having fun at someone else's expense, especially when that person is doing worse than you. Now, if you're in Florida today, this might be a little tough to stomach, but you can take heart in the fact that you were not a part of what we are going to count down a little later on. Or maybe you were. Maybe you really have to. Maybe you really are the butt of today's joke. Perhaps you are the punchline to the whole thing, but I don't think you are. Otherwise, you'd be sort of unable to tune into the show. We're going to count down the 10 weirdest crimes in all of Florida. I posed this theory long before it ever became popularized in the media. There's something up with Florida. Here's something weird. Here's something outlandish. Here's something that seems inhuman and not quite okay. Chances are, the story originates from Florida. Like the guy who really wanted to force a jury to watch his sex tape. Like the guy who escapes an adult novelty store with $300 Jenna Jameson dolls in tow. Like the man who held up Domino's over pizza and wings. We'll get into it a little later on in the show. Right now, let's check in with super producer to the stars, and that will be, by the way, how we ease the burden and the pain of a Monday. We'll check in with Barry Funkhouser first. Super producer to the stars. You can tweet him at FunkFM. You can tweet me at ADSXE if you want to join in the conversation. Funkhouser, how are you doing? Are you feeling any better? Did you have a restful and awesome weekend?
Yeah, man, I'm back. I'm back in business. I feel like this music behind me should be like for a helicopter. You know how it comes in and it's like, you know, I feel like I should do some traffic before weather, but...
yeah. It kind of does. Do you want to have a go? Have you ever done traffic?
91 freeway westbound. It's jammed up. Back to you.
No, never ever done traffic. Have you?
No. Well, yeah, actually, yes, because I did one of my very first jobs. In radio. I've been in radio for about a week or something like that. And the morning show at the radio station I was on, The Buzz in Houston, went on vacation. And they're like, okay, you're gonna run best of on the morning show. I was like, ugh, that means getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning. This sucks. So I had to play best of bits, and then I had to play best of bits, and then I had to do quick traffic, quick weather, twice an hour. So I did it for 1 week. But I just arrived in Houston, and there's this town, there's a street called Kirkendall, but it's spelled like Khuykendaahl or something like that. Yeah. You would never say Kirkendall, but so I was like, and the traffic's really bad on Kukendeel, and the phone's lit up with ha, you're not from here, you suck. But one thing I found to be enormously funny, and this is a peek into the psyche of a morning radio host, was after I did that for the week, I talked to the morning show guy, and I was like, hey, I try not to crash the ship while you were gone. And he was like, oh, I listen to it most mornings, and I thought you did a really good job. I was like, you're on vacation, and what do? You get up early to listen to the best of your own show. Come on, man. Live a little.
Gotta have something to complain about. This guy's taking my job. Dirk.
Yeah. Well, no, the
that's why they listen when they're on vacation, right?
Right. Well, yeah, but the thing was, it was very, very carefully constructed in such a manner that would not allow you to. It was like you do the traffic, you do the weather. There will be no scintillating anything.
Yeah.
And so it was set up in such a way that no thunder could be stolen, yet still woke up to listen to it. Anywho, What's going on in the world, Funkhouser?
Well, the 72nd annual Golden Globes aired last night on NBC.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see it?
Jeffrey Tambor. Did you see he won? Yeah. What'd he win?
He dedicated.
Golden Globe, right?
He won a Golden Globe for Transparent, and he dedicated it to the transgender community.
Well, he can now expect a nice thank you note from Bruce Jenner. Like, have you seen Transparent?
No, I just learned of it. Like, there was a lot of stuff that won yesterday. I had no idea. It's on like Amazon Prime, and you have to have an account for that, I guess.
Did you watch? Did you watch the Golden Globes?
Yeah, from beginning to bitter end.
I tend to avoid the show business orgy of self-congratulatory reach-arounds that are award ceremonies in general, especially things like the Golden Globe. What is the Hollywood Foreign Press? Is that what it? Who?
Yeah,
what
there's
is that?
like 80 people in that. It's really one of the smallest groups. The Hollywood Foreign Press, I think that's what it is, and it's just
the Hollywood Foreign Press.
Just 85 old guys, and it seems like everybody that won yesterday. Were playing parts of people that needed extra assistance. Like there's the Stephen Hawking guy one, and the MLK movie one. And it seems like if you stand up for like rights, human rights, or you have some sort of condition, you're gonna win a Golden Globe.
See, I didn't watch the whole thing. I just knew that Tina Fey and Amy Poehler would be hosting it, and I find them to be hilarious. So I figured so good. I figured I would backtrack and check out some of their work afterwards, but I wasn't going to sit through the whole sort of like, and the thing that I was thinking when I was getting in the mood to play someone like.
Dude, those speeches were so long too. Last night, I looked at my girlfriend like, "Where's the music? This guy's boring."
Yeah. Somebody give this dude the hook. This basically sums up the very best parts of the Golden Globe Awards.
Into the woods, Cinderella runs from her prince, Rapunzel is thrown from a tower for her prince, and Sleeping Beauty just thought she was getting coffee with Bill Cosby.
Actually, I don't know if you guys saw this on the news today, but Bill Cosby has finally spoken out about the allegations against him. Cosby admitted to a reporter, "I put the pills in the people! The people did not want the pills in them!"
No, Tina, that's not right. It's more like, "I got the pills in the bathroom, but I put them in the people."
You're right. It's got to be like, "I put the pills in the hoagie."
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. That's it. That's fair. That seems fair.
This is the last year they're doing it, so I think they knew they were going out with a bang. They were just like, well, we're never going to be asked back, and we've all got more money than you can shake a stick at. Let's say what's really on our minds. Tina Fey and Amy Poehler, God, I love the two of them so much. They never fail to make me laugh and think at the same time. Do you find, if you had to, Amy Poehler or Tina Fey?
If I had to, can't pick both?
All right, not if you had to, if you got to.
Okay, so Tina Fey, she's nice and all, but Amy Poehler was wearing a dress. It was like Cleavage Sunday for all the people who won, and she was one of the top 10s there in terms of cleave. So I'd have to go with her.
She unleashed her Golden Globes upon the world for the occasion.
Somebody had that joke for J-Lo in that thing.
Oh, really? Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a given. I think I hear it made every single year. So, Tina Fey, Amy Poehler, you'd go Amy Poehler?
Yeah, Amy. Yeah. What about you?
Without even thinking it, Amy Poehler.
Since this is the last time that we are hosting, Tina and I wanted to very quickly play one of our favorite games.
Yes, and Amy and I have been friends for almost 50 years, and the secret of our long-lasting friendship is that we have absolutely no overlap in our taste in men.
No, we never think the same man is attractive. And we'll prove it right now by doing what you're all doing at home, playing a game of Who Would You Rather. Yeah, just real quick. Okay.
Would you rather
Ed Norton or Mark Ruffalo?
Which one was the Hulk?
Both of them.
Shoot. Okay, I'll take Norton because he's like method and he could act like he was into it.
Okay, and I'll take Mark because everybody knows I like a Ruffalo. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Chris Pine or...
Chris Pine.
Okay.
I'm sorry, was that too loud?
Freaking genius. All right, on with the news.
Did you get the Amal thing, by the way, in their intro? George Clooney won a thing, and they said George Clooney married Amal this year. Amal is a human rights lawyer who worked on the Enron case, was an advisor to the Kofi Annan regarding Syria, and was selected for a 3-person UN commission investigating rules of war violations in the Gaza Strip. And tonight, her husband is getting a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Oh, God.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah, it's freaking... Oh, wait, the obligatory Golden Globes joke.
And the Golden Globe goes to... You want to open it?
You want me to do it?
Yeah.
I have the nails.
Yeah, get after it. You got the globes, too. Billy Bob Thornton, Fargo.
These days, you get in a lot of trouble no matter what you say. You know what I mean? You could say anything in the world and get in trouble. I know this for a fact. So I'm just going to say thank you.
See, I mean, it was probably most entertaining by far, but I mean, I've seen. Like, the best one I've seen, but yeah, long as F.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're like, okay, we'll keep people entertained by having, like, Tina Fey and Amy Poehler actually be funny and amusing and entertaining. I think they had to have a lot of content like that to make people sit through the orgy of self-congratulatory show business reach-arounds. Yep, that's my theory. Go on.
Well, when he accepted his Golden Globe for the song Glory, Common thanked God. And I said, who's Common? There he is.
Yeah, Common, thank God. To which Oprah graciously responded, "You're very welcome, my son."
And she was there, too.
Yeah. Go on.
Gina Rodriguez won for Best Actress in a TV series for her role in Jane the Virgin.
Yeah. I'm so happy, said the 3 people that watched the show. It's weird. Like, I did away with DVR. Yeah. Because I watch everything streaming, so I was just like, whatever. And over the weekend, I was like, let me give this a go. Let me watch, broadcast television. What do you get with, basic? Because I have the very basic cable because I have, like, Amazon Prime and Netflix and all this sort of on-demand streaming stuff. So, like, I was like, let me just flip around and see what people, how in theory people are watching. Unwatchable. Normal television is unwatchable. It's just, like, I can't do it. But I saw, like, so many commercials for Jane the Virgin, like so many commercials, and like maybe the show is very good, but like all the promos that they're running for it, I was like, ooh, I will not be watching that. I will go out of my way to avoid watching that. I will crawl across barbed wire and broken glass to avoid ever having to watch that. I'll gouge my eyes out with rusty grapefruit spoons to avoid watching what I perceive to be the awfulness that is that show. But people really love it, so I don't know. Maybe, but based on the promos, I was like, wow, if they're making good TV and then the network is like, hey, let's just cut it together into this promo that'll make people watch. Oh God, can they ruin a good idea?
And they set her so far away from the stage that it took her like 3 times as long to get there than anybody else. Like, I don't think anyone thought she would win except for the 85 people in the Hollywood Bowl. So,
go on.
Kevin Spacey won his first ever Golden Globe.
To make sure he's with his Golden Globe Award as much as possible, I think he plans to keep it in the closet.
Yeah.
That was a little on the nose, wasn't it? Go on.
On the red carpet, celebs wore pins and held signs that read, how do you say that?
Je suis Charlie.
Yes.
That's how you'd say it if you were French. On.
In solidarity with Charlie Hebdo.
Yeah. The French magazine that. Yeah. Luckily, e-correspondents were able to guide them back to important issues like lip gloss and cleavage and stuff like that. It's an interesting one. It's an interesting one. It's a galvanizing, if not galvanizing, and emulsifying thing that happened with Charlie Hebdo when radical Islam killed 12 of the staff there because they ran a cartoon. It's an interesting one, and the fact that on the red carpet, celebrities wore pins and held signs that read Je suis Charlie has an interesting implication. And we'll get on with that in just a little bit. Thank you so much for hanging out. Happy freaking Monday.